There are nearly 300,000 people at the March for Life this year, so it shouldn't be too hard for us to find at least one psycho to malign the entire movement. Hey, look at that. Ah, perfect. We are gonna destroy these guys. Whoever made these signs is about to have their life ruined.
Get away from our signs, honky!
What? Who are you guys? Where are the white supremacists?
We are the Black Israelites. We are here to protest the white fascists.
White people need to go back to Portland.
Well, I mean, we wouldn't want to ruin their lives over this one mistake.
Gays are inferior.
Yeah, you know, and this really doesn't seem like much of a story. Why hurt the reputation of these innocent men?
Pocahontas was a black man.
Amen, brother.
And I mean, we wouldn't want to blow anything out of proportion. And hey, is that white kid smirking? Get his ducks! You saw it here. That kid is a white supremacist. This is where he goes to school. Let him know how you feel about it. Next in the news, how Trump's reckless comments make life unsafe for media pundits. Hey folks, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see Freedom Tunes continue to be able to whip up these topical animations, please donate at freedomtunes.tv/hashtag/donate or at paypal.me/freedomtunes for a one-time donation. Thank you so much.
Hello guys, and welcome to The Real News with Mark Velchek. Guys, that was a funny video that I just saw. I just saw it the other day. I thought it would go perfect with everything that's going on with Covington Catholic High School, and the whole news media just went ape over this poor kid and this poor school. So I thought it'd be a great thing to show you guys and kind of make a joke, because a lot of times everybody was talking about the Native American, but a lot of people, nobody really ever said anything about the Black Israelites that were there, that pretty much was instigating a lot of stuff there that day. But mostly my show today is going to be about the late-term abortion bill that was passed by New York, Andrew. And luckily the Virginia bill got canceled. But I don't know if anybody knows, but the Rhode Island, there's a bill that's pretty much just like New York's bill. I survived the polar tundra that we had last week. I hope everybody stayed safe and was warm. Tonight, guys, tonight is the State of the Union address. I'm pretty excited about that tonight because I really feel like Donald Trump's really going to hit on the border wall, on the funding, and a lot of other things that he's going to hit on tonight. It's going to be very exciting. I really think the Democrats are not going to be very happy with a lot of things Donald Trump's going to say, but I really do feel that Donald Trump, through this shutdown, if you agree with him or not on the shutdown, but I think he's really trying to work with the Democrats, but it looks like the Democrats are not really working with him. But I really feel that the wall is coming. If you're pro-wall or anti-wall, the wall is coming. One way or another, it's going to happen. I really feel like Donald Trump is going to, I think he's going to maybe one last-ditch effort to get the Democrats on board, or he's going to do the state of emergency, and we're going to go through that. There's going to probably, when he does do the state of emergency, I really feel like the Democrats are going to try to sue him and fight him on that, but I think in the end, the wall is coming. So I really hope the wall is coming, not to keep people out, but to keep us Americans safe. Let me get into the late-term abortion bill, guys. Let me get into this because I want to take a lot of my time of my show today talking about this late-term abortion bill. And it's really upsetting to me. I didn't see Andrew Cuomo sign the bill, but when I saw a video on YouTube of him signing the bill and laughing, having a good time, and other people with him were laughing, having a good time. And it really bugged me. And a lot of people say, well, these are just extremist Democrats, kind of like Cortez is up in Washington. But guys, this is, if you guys really look and really think about it, Back in 2016, this is one of the things Hillary was running on, was the late-term abortions. So this is not extremist. This is the Democratic platform. This is coming from the DNC. This is a Democratic platform. And I was excited that Donald Trump won because of, I thought late-term abortions was wrong. But as you know, Northam came out, and he's the governor of Virginia. Everybody's talking about him now because the blackface, or he was the KKK guy, you know, back in medical school. But a lot of people were not talking about what he said that he wanted to do in his Virginia bill about with late-term abortions. Tucker Carlson the other day, the 30th of January, had a lady on. Her name is Monica Klein. She was on, and he brought her on to say, hey, what do you think about this? And the biggest thing that irritated me in this video, at this interview, was that Tucker wasn't hard enough on her. Tucker should have been a little more pushy, or more like, because it's his show, so he should have said, okay, no, we're not talking about this, we're talking about this, and what Northam, the governor of Virginia, said. So I want to show you guys this video. I watched this video and lost my mind. I was very irritated and angry by this woman, that she did not even touch what Northam said. They're pretty much just giving talking points. So let me, guys, watch this video, and I'll be back with you in a second to talk about it.
Monica Klein is a founding partner at Seneca Strategies. She joins us today. Monica, thanks a lot for coming on.
Yeah.
I'm sure you describe yourself as pro-choice. I bet a lot of people watching right now think of themselves as pro-choice. So I'm not attacking you for that. But I wonder what you think of what Dr. Northam, the governor of Virginia, just said, that when a child, he described the child as an infant, is born, there's a point where the mother and the physician can decide whether to kill the infant or not. What do you think of that?
Look, Tucker, I understand that you want to go back to a time where Roe v. Wade was illegal, where women were having back alley abortions, and they were using coat hangers to have abortions, which is actually what's barbaric.
I'm giving you time to make a real argument. I'm not arguing for the repeal of Roe v. Wade. I'm a very straightforward person.
That is what you're essentially saying.
Actually, no, that's not what I'm arguing. And please don't be tiresome. The governor of Virginia, who's a rising star in the Democratic Party, just said this. There's pending legislation that mirrors it, and I'm asking you what you think of it. That's it. I'm not here to debate Roe v. Wade.
I think that right now, reproductive health care is under attack by the Republican Party. 72% of Americans support the right to choose, and yet we have Trump and we have sexual predator Kavanaugh trying to repeal Roe v. Wade and trying to take away our control over our own bodies. This isn't about babies. This isn't about health care. This is about you attempting to control women's bodies.
Okay, please don't be a robot. Monica, you're smarter than that. This is the governor of Virginia just saying this. I just want to know what you think of it. Is that okay? Does that bother you? It's a sincere question. This just happened.
Okay, it bothers me that you are attempting to control women's bodies.
That's what you're doing.
You are. The Republican Party right now is working overtime to repeal Roe v. Wade and to take away choice in every single state.
I wonder if you think you're convincing anybody, or if your unwillingness to address what just happened today on tape that we just played is a sign that you can't defend this. And if you can't defend it, I wonder why that is. Have you paused to ask yourself, as an American, as a person, what do I, as a woman, what do I think of that?
As a woman, what do I think of it? Have you asked yourself why you spend so much time talking about this rather than thinking about why your party is trying to repeal Roe v. Wade and control women's bodies? Right now, there are 7 states where there's only 1 abortion clinic, okay? There are 4 states with trigger bans where we would, if Roe v. Wade is repealed, women cannot get reproductive health care. This is about a woman's right to choose, and you, as a man, should not have a single say in that.
Wow. Do you think that you're making a case that most people agree with, that it's okay to abort a child in the 3rd trimester
Tucker,
for
you can keep trying to put words in my mouth and keep trying to say that the Democratic Party is hurting children. But your party is the one that is tearing families apart at the border and allowing children to die in federal custody. So whose party is actually harming children?
Wow. Let me just ask you one quick question. I mean, this is obviously a pointless conversation, and I think less of you after, I have to say. But it's an honest question. Have you thought about it? Do you have a real answer to what the governor of Virginia said, or are you going to throw yet another talking point at me? I mean, have you actually thought about it? Will you answer that question? at all?
I have thought about it, and I am telling you that your party is attempting to change the conversation about Roe v. Wade and take control over women's bodies. I'm sorry that as a man, what you're focused on is controlling women's bodies, but we will not allow you to do that.
This is a child who's been born. This is not a woman's body. This is an independent person.
It just confuses me why you pretend that you have concerns over children when you're completely fine with ICE tearing families apart and children dying in federal custody.
Monica, thank you. I appreciate it.
And welcome back, guys. I really hope that you guys are still with me. Then smash your TV listening to that lady. The thing that bugged me, she did not touch this. She did not touch what Northam said about killing a baby after it's born. And that really upset me, that she did not touch it. She just gave talking points. And a lot of things that I was picking, let's pick a little bit of what she said that in this interview. She said, first, Tucker Carlson brings up the governor talking about killing a baby in the third trimester, and she comes back and says the Democratic Party is not hurting children. Well, I think if you have a baby that's alive inside you, I think that's hurting a child. I think if you are home watching my video and you have a wife or you have a girlfriend that's pregnant and she's up in the third trimester, you can see the baby pushing on the stomach. You can see the baby moving around in the stomach. You can see movement on the stomach. You can go get an ultrasound with your wife or girlfriend and hear the heartbeat. And this is what upsets me, is that they are looking to do this all the way up to the third trimester and looking to stop a baby living because of, in the New York law, they talk about, oh, it could be the women's health. Well, okay, and if you look at that and you look at top and it says it's women's health, you can look at, well, it's health of the mom. She might die giving birth. But that is included in there. So my whole conversation has nothing to do with that. Because if a woman is going to die for having a baby, then you pick the wife or the baby. But what I'm talking about is, I look at this as a woman being selfish. And let me explain, guys. When a women's health, I think in that New York law, it says it could be mental health, financial health. You could feel, I feel depressed. Or it could come down to a wife find out that she's 9 months pregnant, about to have a baby, and the husband has ran away with the secretary of his business. And now she is looking to be a single mom. And now thinking of, hey, I could have this baby and give it up for adoption, she's looking that she could go and get this baby killed to get rid of the baby so she does not have to be a single mom. Or a woman that's a woman that has been trying to get this certain career in her life, that now she has this certain career. Now she can't take this career because now I have this baby to take care of and I won't be able to do this career. So a woman could go and get rid of the baby so she can have this career. I really feel like this whole law is helpful, not helpful, but helpful if there's a health of the baby and health of the mom. But a lot of times with this whole thing, the Democrats have been trying to get this passed. They've been trying to do this since Hillary, and it might be before Hillary, but they are looking to do this. And the problem is that I look at that could come out of this whole abortion thing, late-term abortion, is that, okay, now we have the babies. Now we can get rid of babies now. What would say to stop Democrats or stop other people, well, mostly the Democrats, to say, look at older people that have dementia and say, you know what, we need to get rid of this person because this person is a clog on the health insurance for the younger people coming up. What's going to keep it from that? And the other thing that irritates me about this, guys, is that I have family and friends that I know personally that want to have a child, to want to have a baby. So they go to the doctors and they're trying this experimental drug and they're trying this and they're trying this treatment, and to have a baby, to grow a family. But the Democrats come along and say, you know what, let's just have late-term abortions because the mom might be depressed, or the mom might have financial burden now because her husband, or like I said, boyfriend has left, guys. So this is really evil thing, because the whole longest time of this whole thing of the abortion debate was, well, it's just a fetus, well, it's just a bag of cells, it's not really a living creature, or not. That's what they would say, not really a living person. But now you can't tell me that when you're 9 months pregnant, that this baby that's inside you is not a living human being. You can't come to me and say, there's no way that the Democrats or anybody that supports the Democratic Party can tell me that this makes sense, that I still support the Democratic Party. How can you support the Democratic Party when they're doing this? And I'm really happy to hear that the Catholic Church in New York is looking to kick out Andrew Cuomo, or how you say his last name, out of the Catholic Church because of this. And I think that's great. And I think if you're a Catholic, or you are a Christian person that goes to church every Sunday and really believes in Jesus and really follows Jesus, there's no way that you can tell me in your heart that this is okay and you can still support the Democratic Party. There's no way that there's a way. I'm not saying that you need to leave the Democratic Party and come vote Republican. But with this evilness, this is plain evilness of killing a child. And you hear the Democrats, and how many times did we have to go through the Democrats talking about gun control after the Florida shooting? And we had to listen to David Hogg, and we had to listen to these other teenagers talking about, you guys are not doing nothing in Washington to save lives and save children's lives. But in New York and Rhode Island, you're going to pass a bill to kill children. What's the difference? There's no difference in that. With me looking at it, Democrats, that is no difference than a child getting killed in school and a child getting killed here. And you can't tell me you care about high school kids, kids that are in school that get killed, but you don't care about a little baby. And it really shows me, and I hope it shows a lot of other American people, that a lot of the Democrats are looking at children and looking at them as a burden. If a woman, luckily the Virginia bill did not pass, because I was looking at the Virginia bill is that baby gets born, they get put in a crib, and they go back and have conversation what to do with this baby, and it really upsets me. But luckily the Virginia bill didn't get passed. This whole abortion thing, I really feel that it's evil. It's from hell. If you can believe in God or not, or the devil, I really believe this whole thing is from the pit of hell, and just to destroy the next generation. And a lot of people, here's a bold statement I wanted to make today, is that a lot of people were upset what Hitler did, and Hitler killed a lot more people, but I think this is about as bad as Hitler. And I really do think what Hitler did, and this right here, is about the worst thing, and they're about as bad as Hitler did, and that what Hitler did was terrible, and what this is going to do is terrible, because now they're telling us what they determine what life is, and now eventually they're going to tell us what they determine death to be, and this is not very evil. I really wanted to come out and make my show today and talk about it, how evil this has become. And I want to end my show because I'm kind of rambling along here. But thank you for watching my show, guys, and you guys have a great week.